Welcome back to another exciting episode of Legacy Made Clear with the world's best trust attorney, Aaron Stringer, with Redcliffe Legal in St. George, Utah. Aaron, how you doing today?
Having a good day. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you. You can tell I'm doing a really good day because I'm just hanging out in my red helicopter t-shirt. So,
Nice.
but you're an attorney and you can't do that. You have to look nice. So,
Yeah, well, for the most part.
for the most
At
part.
least the upper body with Zoom and everything. It's been
Oh,
great.
oh yeah, I understand how that works. So we've had a lot of folks kind of write in and say, "Hey, Aaron, when is the best time for me to start doing some estate planning? Do I really need to start this early in life, or can I wait till I get a family and kind of have my life rolling along?" What is your opinion on this?
Right. Well, my opinion as an estate planner is yesterday is the best time
Okay.
to start. But no, really, it just depends on the reasoning behind creating a estate plan. It's going to differ for people at different stages of their lives. For a young family that maybe they just have one or two young children, it's a good idea to have an estate plan because what's going to happen if the parents pass away or if they're incapacitated? Then a guardianship is going to be a big important part of that estate plan, even if they don't have much at that point. For someone that's nearing retirement, then they're thinking about all of their assets. What are they going to do for retirement? And they might have more adult children at that time, but they should still be thinking about planning ahead and figuring out how property should be distributed to those children. So, and then later in life, it might be thinking about Medicaid. Okay, what do we need
Oh,
to do to start planning now to qualify later on if that's what our goal is? So it's just going to be different for everyone at different different points of their lives.
yeah, I'm kind of looking at this almost like a life insurance policy. Like, when's the best time to get a life insurance policy? Well, when you're not dead. That's probably as long as you're still alive, and you've got a family growing up. The time to get one is as soon as possible, and and I think one of the things that's important is, like, as your life changes and you're updating like an insurance policy, life's changing, you're going to need to make some updates on your estate plan because there are certain life events that trigger, oh my gosh, I have another kid, or we've got Aunt Martha's inheritance money. What are we going to do with this?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
how often should once I get an estate plan, how often should I update it?
Right. Yeah, and that's really the beauty of one of the benefits of the revocable living trust specifically. It's called revocable for a reason.
Okay.
That means that you can create it so that going back to that young family, they can create the revocable living trust in their 20s when they have a couple little kids or whatever. And what I recommend to my clients is every 3 or 5 years, you take out those documents, review it, and kind of reflect on what's changed in their lives since the last time they reviewed it. And if it's going to be things like if they've moved, started a new job, had another child or a grandchild, those are different, things that I would recommend setting up a free consultation. It's really no harm, no foul there if you just talk with an attorney and run it by the attorney. Say, okay, this is what's changed. This is what my estate plan currently looks like. What changes or what recommendations do you have for updating the estate plan? So that's one of the great things about this type of estate plan with the trust.
Yeah, I think that's a really great idea. So I need to ask a question from a financial point of view. So I understand. Well, I've heard that attorneys actually like to be paid for their services. I don't know. I could be wrong, but is the fee? So let's say I want to update my estate plan. Is the fee predicated on if I'm adding more stuff in it? Like, if now my estate plan went from $2 million to $10 million, is that what the price is based on, or is it all just based on your time, or simply different types of services cost so much money?
Yeah, so I would say it's often a combination of those things. I I try to keep things on a flat fee basis. I don't like to surprise clients, and I don't like to surprise myself either. I like to have a
Yeah.
predictable, this is what I can tell you, and that's what it's going to be. As we come up with that flat fee, we do have to incorporate things like the how much time is going to be involved to create it.
Okay.
If it's a more complex estate, so if we're talking, multiple real estate properties or business that's involved, or a blended family, for example, it's going
Oh,
to take
yeah.
more time to set that up as opposed to a more traditional family. So we factor those things in, of course, but do the best I can to create that flat fee so it's transparent right from the beginning. And then as they come back, and if changes are needed, that's often more on a time based, just because it's going to be different from case to case. And we might say, like, that it's going to be a minimum of this, we're going to spend at least an hour on it. But if there are multiple changes that are extensive, then it might be a little bit more
Okay.
up there.
That's great. I'm glad that that you helped clarify that. So, Aaron, if I want to set up a free initial consultation, how do I get a hold of you?
The best way to do it is just to give me a call and get on the calendar. My phone number is 435-817-9187, or you can reach out to me by email, astringer@redcliffelegal.com, and just let me know when you're available, and I'll get you set up on the schedule.
Sounds great. Remember, you can also watch, listen, and subscribe to Aaron's Legacy Made Clear podcast on YouTube and all the major podcast channels. You can listen to those when you're driving around in your car or driving down to Southern California or whatever. Once again, if you guys have any questions, you can always call or email. Visit his website at redclifflegal.com. Aaron, thank you very much. We'll see you again next time, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.